Welcome to Smash Wrestling Wonder, the last stop on the road to Super Showdown 9. That is August 18th in London, Ontario at the London Music Hall. I'm Blake Murphy. Dustin Perry, who just introduced you to TJ Crawford, will be joining me on color here in a moment. Dustin does it all. What a match we have to start us off here. TJ Crawford, I'm a man who loves a carb. I can get on board with a guy who calls himself Big Bread, but he has a big test ahead of him in Mr. Electricity, Johnny DeLuca. Mr. Electricity, indeed, one of the most exciting young wrestlers here at Smash Wrestling and anywhere around the Canadian wrestling scene. Johnny DeLuca, there is a reason he often opens the card. This is, he told me earlier, his 6th time opening up a Smash Wrestling card, and that's because if you want the crowd hype, if you want everyone to get into it early, Johnny DeLuca is the man. Very exciting young wrestler. Now, having said that, with all of the excitement, after a big win against Jax Williams back in January, Johnny DeLuca has found himself looking for the how to take that next step, how to come up with the next big win. Very promising young talent, but someone who could use a W here in Smash. Dustin Perry now alongside me. What don't you do, Dustin?
A little bit of everything, apparently, and I'm glad to be here tonight at the Rec Room, a raucous crowd here this afternoon, and Caravana weekend, too.
Big card, too, bringing it, even though, hey, we're only 2 weeks from Super Showdown 9 here, August 18th in London, but that doesn't mean we're locking in that card yet. A couple of titles on the line tonight that could put that Super Showdown card in flux. These two, Johnny DeLuca and TJ Crawford, trying to make a case for, hey, after Super Showdown, what does that picture look like? What are you looking for here, specifically from DeLuca, who has excited us but hasn't done terrifically in the win-loss column just yet?
Yeah, it's a great point. You know, I think DeLuca has to make a statement in every one of his matches. Now, he has impressed to a degree, but now it's time to get the job done. And a guy like TJ Crawford, a veteran inside that ring. So this would go a long way for Johnny DeLuca to have another good performance here today.
And TJ Crawford, look, he's come out here, he's having some fun, he's clapping with the crowd. This is not, there you go, there you see it. This is not a guy who is going to let Johnny DeLuca have a fun match here. All smiles on his way out. TJ Crawford's a bully.
You know, I was also, you may have saw it on camera at one point, I looked over at the referee, I'm like, TJ Crawford's clapping his hands with the crowd? Like, what's happening here?
No, that's not him. That's a ruse, maybe trying to take something away from Johnny DeLuca, who's very used to this Smash Wrestling crowd being behind him. Well, now he flips over and he's behind TJ Crawford. Crawford with a nice takedown, though. These two, neither can get the upper hand early on here. We've seen this from DeLuca a lot. Very athletic, very evasive. Hard to get your offense going against him.
And it's also insane. Nice arm drag there.
And another.
Just how good DeLuca is at his age, it's remarkable.
Yeah, very young. He and Jax Williams have kind of been on parallel tracks here in Smash Wrestling and around the Ontario scene. They're now 1-1, by the way. Jax Williams got that win back in our last event in London. Like I mentioned, though, DeLuca here, very exciting, trying to get back on the winning path. Was talking to him a little while ago, and nice drop kick there.
Wow,
he goes for an early cover. Just the one count there.
Yeah, Crawford went down like a ton of bricks on that drop kick. I don't know if he was expecting that from DeLuca.
And this is where the speed and agility of a guy like DeLuca can sneak up on you, maybe. He does bust that drop kick out very quickly. Maybe, hey, you're used to seeing a slower competitor wind up for that drop kick, take their time getting into it. No, DeLuca, bang, hits you right away. Oh, looking for a springboard there, and TJ Crawford quickly learned his lesson.
Yeah, talk about hitting somebody without them knowing it's coming.
TJ Crawford going to go right back to the to the nastier tactics here. And this is more the TJ Crawford we expected to see. You mentioned when you introduced him, a part of big business, that stable down in New Jersey, but no slouch as an individual competitor either.
Oh, absolutely not. And we're not actually that unfamiliar with TJ Crawford. I was speaking to him earlier before the event, and he was here in 2020 for Smash Wrestling in this very building. But you know how time goes. Yeah. Sometimes you look at your watch and realize it's 4 years ago.
And DeLuca's not a guy he's faced before, so a different version of TJ Crawford, I'm sure, and a new opponent here. But this is something you do remember about TJ Crawford. He is going to be aggressive. He is going to use the referee's full 5 count for a choke in the corner, for a choke on the ropes. And it's going to be on Johnny DeLuca to figure that out and figure out how to get back up after a chop like that.
Yeah, he's going to figure it out quick. There's been more time gone by from the last time Crawford was here to the extent of, or in the totality of, DeLuca's career.
Yeah, DeLuca, I think, would have been back almost still in high school
right
at that point. So, speaks to the veteran nature of TJ Crawford, a young guy himself, but someone who does have some miles and some experience. And here you see he's in full control. Big backbreaker there, and a little smirk coming across the face of TJ Crawford.
He can feel that he is in firm control of this match right now. DeLuca's in a tough spot.
And he's asking the crowd, this is your guy? TJ Crawford comes here and gets told Johnny DeLuca's the top prospect. He's the name to watch. TJ Crawford unimpressed so far, and now he's going to go for a little octopus stretch.
Yeah, he's going to stretch that abdomen of DeLuca. He got about a handful of hair there, too. You can see on the left side of your screen there that the referee can't see it from his vantage point, I don't think.
And that's tough. You can't cover 360 degrees if you're the official, but DeLuca manages to arm drag his way out of it. That's a nice counter from DeLuca.
He had to make that counter quick.
And Crawford right back to the offensive here, though. Oh, small package. It's a roll-up from DeLuca. Just the 2 count.
Wow. That was almost
and it. It's a curry.
This is it. This is the opening that DeLuca needs.
Almost surprised him there. An incredible counter to get into that inside cradle out of the vertical suplex. And then, man, that step up enziguri, I felt that one a little bit from over here.
Yeah, you heard echo throughout the howled halls here at the Rec Room in Toronto, Ontario, as this crowd tries to get behind DeLuca.
They're gonna trade off here. This is, on paper, this type of a fight would favor TJ Crawford. We usually see DeLuca trying to play the speed game.
Yeah, I think Crawford more hangs his hat on his strikes. Not something we've seen a lot from DeLuca, but he's hanging in there.
Although Crawford ducks that one. He eats a back elbow. Oh, big spinning one. And another one, a spinning chop from DeLuca. Maybe adding a little strike into his game lately.
He might have to.
Sized them up in the corner there. Comes up empty, though. And Crawford eats another back elbow. DeLuca going to the sky here. Second rope drop kick. And a kip up.
Mr. Electricity, showing you why it's not just a fun nickname.
And now the crowd's awake. I don't know if they knew what to make of TJ Crawford coming out here early. Oh. Crawford's going to go into a jumping guillotine here. Try to take all DeLuca's energy from him with that chokehold. But DeLuca, deadlift vertical suplex. What a counter again, Dustin.
The power and strength of DeLuca.
Just the 2 count, though. But that's incredible. Your windpipe is cut off like that, and you still have the strength to be able to lift not a small guy in TJ Crawford for the deadlift vertical. Big impact. What's DeLuca got to do here?
DeLuca needs to stay on Crawford. Right now, I know he's trying to get his own breath himself. He's just in that guillotine choke, but he needs to keep the momentum on his side.
He's going to bring Crawford up to his feet here.
Calling for it here.
Signaling for something. Look at maybe a blue thunder bomb or a back suplex. Crawford ducks out of the way. Oh, big kick in the corner.
Good Lord.
Now it's Crawford going up top. Looking for a spin kick there, perhaps. And there, a running knee strike for Crawford. He's looking to capitalize. Another, Falcon Arrow out to the side. There's the cover. Just a 2 count.
Just barely getting that right shoulder off the mat was DeLuca. And you can see the look on the face of Crawford. He has no idea how DeLuca just kicked out of that.
Now, I've been led to believe nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow, but that one with the sit out off to the side may be a different story.
You know, DeLuca is, if nothing else, showing a whole lot of heart here. And Crawford is going to now have to dig into his bag of tricks.
And we saw Crawford go to a bit of a different approach at the last couple minutes, going to the feet, going to the knees. He does use a pretty big spinning heel kick he calls the silver bullet. Maybe sizing him up for it here, but DeLuca able to avoid it in the corner. Misses on a chop. Oh, little sling blade into a face buster there for DeLuca, and a sling blade proper.
Got all sorts of blades here in the arsenal of DeLuca.
He's got Crawford wobbly here, looking for that springboard cutter. Crawford catches him though. Torture rack action here. Oh, there it is, that silver bullet. Spinning heel kick.
Goodness.
What's Crawford going for here? That might have been enough on its own. DeLuca looked out on his feet, but he's able to arm drag out of that one. There is springboard cutter. Double dose from Johnny DeLuca.
Crawford's back up though.
Blue Thunder Bomb. Is it enough? 3.
The winner of this contest, Johnny DeLuca.
What a win for Johnny DeLuca. What a finishing combination there. The double dose springboard cutter, and then, hey, a Blue Thunder Bomb for good measure. Johnny DeLuca had been looking for that next win in Smash, that next step forward. Dustin, have to think that's a big one for him.
For a guy like Crawford to lose to DeLuca, like that speaks volumes to what DeLuca has in his future. To be able to defeat a guy with such a long resume, with so many years of experience in professional wrestling, that is only going to make you more valuable going forward.
And we'll see. I mentioned off the top Johnny DeLuca. Smash Wrestling loves to use him at the start of the card to get this crowd fired up, use that Mr. Electricity moniker, but maybe moving up the card if he can continue to stack those W's.
And, you know, Crawford, got to give him some credit as well. Maybe underestimated DeLuca a little bit, but he'll be back. He's a gamer, and he's got a replay here. And I missed the replay. Never mind. I'm sorry, Alan. That's our fault.
Little, what looked like was going to be a show of respect there.
Okay.
DeLuca going for the handshake. I'm not sure what TJ Crawford just handed him.
You know, I was just about to.
Oh, his elbow pad back.
I was just about to give some praises to Crawford in that it was a hard-fought victory, and he'll be back. He's a veteran in this sport.
He did return the elbow pad, at least. That's nice.
I mean, that is a nice thing to do, I suppose, but the middle finger wasn't a nice thing to do.
That is less so. I would have thought maybe Big Bread would break bread with Johnny DeLuca out of respect there. Not the case.
Introducing first, from New York, New York, weighing in at 202 pounds, Fancy Ryan Clancy.
Well, here's an interesting cat for Von Vertigo to try to knock off on the road to Super Showdown here. Von Vertigo, of course, a big match coming up with Mark Wheeler, no holds barred. But first, he'll have to deal with the fanciest guy I've ever seen in the ring, Ryan Clancy.
I mean, that is the fanciest looking pose I've seen in quite some time.
Shoulders up, shoulder blades back, arms tucked under the armpits.
You know, it's a good idea. You always should walk with your shoulders back and your chest out. It's good for your spine.
It's very proper indeed.
Well, here's a proper star.
And his opponent, from North Havenbrook, Ontario, weighing in at 175 pounds, the V-Guy, Von Vertigo.
Dustin, you called him a star. It's the V-Guy, it's Von Vertigo. The big question today, though, is it a Von Vertigo at 100%? Mark Wheeler, the Golden Gun, with a vicious parking lot assault on Von Vertigo just this past week. Gotta wonder if the V-Guy is at 100%.
Not just 100% physically, but 100% mentally as well. You know, in the back of his mind, the 18th of this month is just hanging there. He knows he finally gets his hands on Mark Wheeler. And if you're not looking ahead of you right now and looking at Fancy Ryan Clancy, you're going to have a tough day.
You are, and Von Vertigo is going to have to be aware of a lot from Fancy Ryan Clancy. The biggest thing on the scouting notebook there, this guy has one of the best drop kicks in the business. That's something that could take the high-flying Von Vertigo off of his feet if he's not careful.
Yeah, that drop kick will knock your teeth out. So, yeah, absolutely. Vertigo needs to be very careful of that. He's a student of the game. I'm sure he's well aware that drop kick could be coming at any moment.
Yeah, it's one of the strengths of Von Vertigo, one of the reasons that over the last couple of years he's been able to have so much success in smashes. This is a guy who's done double-digit tours of Europe, wrestling all around the world, a new opponent every night, guys who maybe there aren't YouTube videos to scout up on and things like that. Vertigo, very well-versed at those different kind of opponents and scouting on the fly. We'll see here, though. Fancy Ryan Clancy, in addition to the drop kick and the in-ring work, a tough personality to figure out as well.
He's definitely a tough nut to crack and a throwback type of guy. You see it there with the no knee pads and all business. Even though he's fancy, inside that ring, he's looking to hurt you.
He certainly is, and yeah, we mentioned it off the top. Also looking to hurt Von Vertigo was Mark Wheeler this week, and Von Vertigo, doing what I think is the smart thing. Well, this is the funny thing, trying to do the fancy Ryan Clancy pose here. Pull the shorts up, pull the trunks up.
Okay, now Clancy's gonna...
There you go, that's how you do it, Von.
He's gonna show Vertigo exactly how the original does it.
The Smash crowd here at the Rec Room, enjoying Von Vertigo's pose a little bit more, it seems.
Well, unfortunately for Vertigo, this isn't a popularity contest. He's going to need to actually pin the shoulders or make Ryan Clancy submit.
If it was a popularity contest, he'd win this one. He'd definitely win against Mark Wheeler on August 18th at Super Showdown.
Yeah, Mark Wheeler regularly gets toilet paper thrown at him, so yes, I would tend to agree with that.
And it's been a fascinating one because I came in here to Smash, I don't know, a year and a half ago now, and everyone told me Mark Wheeler was injured at the time. Oh, this guy's such a nice guy. You'll love working with him. You'll love getting to call his matches. And he comes back in January, lays Von Vertigo out, and it's a completely different guy than everyone had told me about. And that has kind of just continued. Von Vertigo and Mark Wheeler unable to get out of each other's way in the title picture, in the Super Showdown picture. Yeah, you have to wonder. Like you said, Von Vertigo not going to look past Ryan Clancy here, but that is the biggest grudge match I can remember Von Vertigo having just a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, for some people, the old adage is true, is that nice guys finish last. And Wheeler was on quite a run here. Hold on. Almost got a cover there by Vertigo. Wheeler was on a nice run for a little while, but then he got hurt.
Vertigo looking for that quick cover again.
And then when he was ready to come back, Vertigo was essentially in his spot, who was taking all of these opportunities that Mark Wheeler probably would have got had he not been on the shelf. So he felt bitter about it. I can understand to a certain degree. Now, I don't understand how you jump somebody in a parking lot, though.
I don't understand how you jump and miss on the dueling rope running here. Ryan Clancy ends it with a dropping fist there. These guys can't figure each other out here.
And that's sometimes what happens when you study your opponent. You know what they do, and you find counters to it. Now Clancy just dropping a fist right on the face. Sometimes the simplest things are the ones that are most effective.
And to take that, knowing your opponent, scouting your opponent, back to the Mark Wheeler point, Von Vertigo thought he was going to be able to get this out of his way on June 30th here at the Rec Room when they squared off one-on-one, and it was Mark Wheeler who had Von Vertigo well scouted. That Shining Wizard comes in. Wheeler gets the low blow and is able to get a victory out of that. The referee had been off dealing with a lost equipment on the part of Mark Wheeler. Wow. Big arm drag there from Vertigo. And the jumping knee.
Goes for a cover.
Just the two there on Clancy.
Yeah, I'm sure Wheeler didn't take too kindly to their last meeting here at the Rec Room.
Yeah, they've, again, circled each other over and over, circled each other around the Northern Tournament as well, our biggest tournament of the year. Von Vertigo with a big, nasty chop there.
Introducing Clancy's face to that top turnbuckle.
Oh, and another chop. We might just go post to post here. These 150-year-old wood beams at the heritage site that is the Rec Room.
Yeah, Vertigo's giving Clancy a tour of the ring right now.
Well, Clancy able to evade him there a couple of times, looking for a sunset flip. But Vertigo right back up. Standing moonsault, just the 2 count. And man, Vertigo gets those PK kicks out of there in a hurry.
He has incredible explosiveness, does Von Vertigo. Just when you think he's in first gear, all of a sudden he's in fourth.
The Canadian women's soccer team in the Olympic quarters today probably could have used a PK like that.
They could
against
use a lot of
Germany.
things, that's for sure.
They're good on drones, otherwise. Whoa, Vertigo. Clancy with a nice counter there. It looked like Vertigo going for an inverted head scissors there, and Clancy just slams him down flat on the mat.
Listen, there's no need to drone on about it, all right?
Oh, well, this is dragging my other job into it. Don't trash talk the Blue Jays. It's been a bad enough season.
It's low-hanging fruit at this point.
Yeah, Ryan Clancy, a little salt in the wound there, bud. He's letting the crowd have it in all directions here. He needs to stay on top of Vertigo, though, because like you mentioned earlier with the quickness of Vertigo, this thing will turn on you in a hurry, and there's another big chop.
Yeah, Vertigo, even from his knees, is willing to hit you as hard as he can. Whoa, that could have been the drop kick right there, Blake.
Yeah, looking for the fanciest drop kick in the game, but he telegraphs it a little bit. Vertigo gonna look to flip him over into a Boston Crab here, perhaps, but he gets wrenched into the ropes. Oh, big clothesline.
Man, that knocked right into the mouth of Vertigo.
And a cover. Just the 2 count there for Clancy. Vertigo didn't know what to do. Should I get my shoulder up? Should I count my teeth? Should I look for the ones I lost there? Nasty clothesline from Clancy. And he's saying, yeah, this elbow tape, I'm done with it.
Yeah, I wonder if that elbow tape got ripped to shreds on the teeth of Vertigo when he delivered that clothesline.
And the crowd throwing the tape back to him here. Vertigo trying to counter his way out. European uppercut there gets Clancy into the corner. Big open hand strike. Vertigo looking for that corner attack. Clancy gets a foot up.
As you hear this crowd trying to get behind Vertigo.
Oh, back suplex.
He's going to need some help now. Hold
Big
on.
impact. 2. Vertigo gets a shoulder up. Just a quick 2 there. And goes for another cover. Just 2 again. And one more. Just the 2 count. Clancy's starting to lose his composure a little bit here. I don't mind the strategy in general. Multiple pinfall attempts, try to get the guy's wind out of him and things like that. But Clancy's got to be careful here with the referee's 5 count.
Yeah, and even right now, he's raining down shots on the face of Vertigo. The referee's right in his kitchen. And you're right. If he gets disqualified, that's the loser end of the purse.
And it looked like he was doing his pose at the referee there, but in a threatening manner. I'm not sure there. There's a little snap there. He's going to try to go up to the sky. Nope. Just a knee drop, and he comes up empty.
And no knee pad at all. So that's just going to shatter the bone is what it's going to do.
And then misses the elbow drop as well. No elbow pads either. And misses in the corner.
And no
head off the back of the ring post there. Yeah, no helmet.
Forehead pad either.
And Von Vertigo going to try to use this to turn things around. Clancy reverses the Irish whip. Vertigo flips over, though. Oh, the old Edge-O-Matic.
Nice counter there by Vertigo, creating some separation, giving him the ability now to regroup and to maybe come up with a plan here as this crowd tries to get behind him.
Vertigo catching a breather in the corner, but he's got him sized up. Clancy turns around. Oh, big lariat. And a back elbow from Vertigo. Ducks a punch. Oh, eats a big back elbow from Clancy, though. Vertigo sees it coming again. Oh!
Nice big leg lariat there by Vertigo.
Oh, almost 3. Clancy just barely getting the shoulder up. Vertigo, these last few minutes, sees everything coming.
Yeah, and he needs to hit his biggest move here. I think he's measuring Clancy now.
It's a pretty shiny wizard when he hits it.
The shiniest, if you will.
Clancy laying prone, looks for it, but he's got it scouted into a roll-up. Could he have it? Just a 2 count. Clancy staying right on top of him, though. Suplex into a small package. Just a 2 count there, almost over again. Vertigo looking for a backslide. Clancy powers out, and a side Russian leg sweep. There's the cover. 2.
Oh, wow.
Just the 2 count for Clancy once more.
I felt like that was it. I don't know about you, Blake, but it had me fooled. I thought Vertigo's shoulders were pinned there to the mat, but great job by our referee, Tarik. No known last name.
But yeah, you see the angle that side Russian leg sweep took. That was all back of the head for Von Vertigo.
And he's still feeling it. You can see him grabbing the back of his head.
And this is where if his equilibrium's off, it takes away some of those high-flying moves that Vertigo can do. I don't know if you want to go up top if your bell's rung. And Clancy going to make sure that bell stays rung with a big forearm there.
Right to the chin, right on the button.
Oh, looking for that drop kick again, maybe. Vertigo catches it. He's got him in the Boston Crab. Yeah, you want to talk AL East, Clancy? How about a little Boston? And Vertigo is wrenched right back.
Right in the middle of the ring, though. It's a long way for Clancy.
He manages to get there. That's where that little bit of strength advantage comes in handy, but Vertigo drags him right back to the center.
Oh, referee says no. Clancy's saying no, has not given up.
Yeah, using that strength in the lower half there to power over and kick Vertigo to the corner.
Yeah, when you got quads like that, it makes countering the Boston Crab a little easier than normal.
Well, this is part of the fanciness and the throwback is, you know, compound exercises only. None of those glamour muscle days. He's going to roll into a clothesline in the corner there, but Vertigo counters. There's a kick and a discus forearm. Boom!
He got the drop kick.
There you see it, but Vertigo falls out of the ring. That's what Clancy was looking for, the fanciest drop kick in the game. And that's no joke. He got the height on that, the pinpoint precision just happens to knock Vertigo to the outside.
That's just unlucky for Clancy. He's trying to hit that drop kick all night and finally connected with it, but Vertigo falls to the outside floor.
Oh, double axe handle smash to the outside. David Arquette would love it. A little crowning of Von Vertigo. Clancy's going to go to the top here. Don't see this a ton from Clancy.
You can tell he looks like he's having some trouble.
Yeah, trying to get his bearings about him still.
Uh-oh.
That's the opportunity Vertigo needed. He throws him off. And Vertigo who's going to go up top here. Clancy's prone. Fonton bomb!
And the Vonton usually leads to one thing, Blake.
Clancy's right in the tracks here.
The V's are up.
Shining Wizard to Ryan Clancy. That should do it. Von Vertigo with another victory on the way to Super Showdown.
The winner of this contest, the V guy, Von Vertigo.
Well, momentum is only as strong as your next opponent. Von Vertigo's next test is a big one. There you see it again, the Shining Wizard that takes out Ryan Clancy. That's what he'll be looking for on August 18th when he finally gets his hands, no holds barred, on the Golden Gun, Mark Wheeler.
Yeah, Mark Wheeler, I hope, was watching this one because Von Vertigo is on a roll and he is ready. Now, physically, we'll see. He took a nasty spill on the outside with that drop kick. But he's going to have his work cut out for him at Super Showdown.
Introducing first, from Toronto, Ontario, she is one half of the Co-Smash Wrestling Women's Champion, Seleziya Sparx.
A term that I still don't think is official. Co-champions Seleziya Sparx and Nikita sharing that title, ducking title defenses. There will be no ducking today for Seleziya Sparx, who doesn't have Nikita with her, against, one of the best in the biz. A huge test for the Smash Women's Champion in Vix Crow coming up here.
Yeah, however, as far as I understand, not a Smash Wrestling Women's Championship match, so they've been ducking all the competition. They've been ducking defending that title and somehow politic their way into this not being a title match.
Tried to put my journalist hat on earlier, asked Seleziya Sparx, hey, Super Showdown's coming up, you know, your title's on the line, how do you feel? And she said, yeah, the title's on the line if we feel like it. Good Lord.
Well, we know it's an open challenge at Super Showdown, so yeah, maybe the title's on the line at Super Showdown, maybe not.
It's Super Showdown, the title's got to be on the line.
I would expect that as well, but
I think Sebastian Swab might lose his mind if they duck another one.
Well, fortunately, tonight, although the title is not on the line, she was unable to duck Vix Crow. And this match is, in fact, happening.
That sign might be slightly inaccurate. Seleziya Sparx is only fan. There are a few out there. You'll hear some cheers for her. But certainly not winning a lot of fans in the Smash front office with the way her and Nikita have handled this title situation. Of course, becoming co-champions when they were forced to wrestle head-to-head and deciding, yeah, we'll have a draw. We'll be champs together. I almost said tag team champs. No, that would make sense.
Honestly, the amount of times I almost wrote down tag team champions in my notes is ridiculous.
From Jacksonville, Florida, this is Vix Crow!
This is Vix Crow. This is a fan favorite, and this, Dustin, is a former WWE Divas champion, a former WWE 24/7 champion, a former PWI Top 50 women's wrestler in Vix Crow. Seleziya Sparx has her work cut out for her in a major way.
Absolutely. Competition is always stiff here in Smash Wrestling. Just when you think you've seen it all, Vix Crow shows up. There's always a trick up the sleeve of Smash Wrestling, and this is the latest one. And in my opinion, I feel like this is almost a punishment to Seleziya Sparx. Of, yeah, you want to keep ducking challengers, you want to keep preventing this Smash Wrestling Women's title to be on the line, we're going to put you in the ring with Vix Crow and see how you deal with that.
Yeah, see how you handle 17 years of WWE experience, 18 years of experience overall. Someone who has seen plenty of the shenanigans Seleziya Sparx and Nikita will try to pull off and will not be caught off guard by it, will not be deterred by it. Vix Crow also, if this walkout is any indication, is going to have this Rec Room crowd very much behind her.
The only thing I would caution of Vix Crow, Seleziya, as mentioned by our ring announcer, is from Toronto, Ontario. Vix Crow had to fly in today. Now I know as you come out to the ring, your adrenaline's pumping and you love being in front of the crowd and you love getting inside that ring, but there's a stark difference of someone who slept in their own bed versus someone who's playing a road game.
That is fair. It's a good point, and it is one of the champion's advantages, right? You know where you're wrestling. You're wrestling here pretty regularly, but Vix Crow seems to have plenty of energy here. Seleziya is asking for her to be tested? Is that what she said? Any excuse.
So now, I mean, the way that our senior official, Steve Sorensen, was showing the championship, it would appear as though this is a championship match.
And the crowd is chanting new champ.
Yeah.
But Seleziya Sparx stole the belt back as soon as the official did that.
So Seleziya is saying, from my understanding, that she wants to keep the belt in her corner. She wants to keep an eye on it at all times. I think that's going to make wrestling a match incredibly difficult if you're going to have one eye on your championship belt the entire time.
It is, but you know how Seleziya Sparx and Nikita are. They don't want anyone else touching it. They would have to Purell the entire belt afterward. You know how they feel about the fans and even the Smash Wrestling staff, including, unfortunately, myself.
Yeah, you've been known to be a dirty one.
Yeah, I mean, when you get beer thrown in your face by the co-women's champion, you're going to be a little sticky after. There's nothing you can do about it.
You're going to be a little upset as well, I imagine. And I think that's what Seleziya Sparx needs to do to Vix Crow, is to get her off her game. Do something that's going to get her out of this fun mood that she's in right now.
Yeah, and here, I mean, the fun is ditched pretty quickly here. Vix Crow looking to go more to a wrestling standpoint here. Seleziya Sparx has to use her strength to get out of that, but Crow will have the technical advantage. Sparx probably, well, not probably, certainly the power advantage. She is, they say pound for pound the strongest person in Smash. You might just be able to ditch the pound for pound part.
Right. Yeah, Seleziya is puts all of us to shame when it comes to bench press, when it comes to squats, and these are things I don't even bother doing at the gym anymore. So.
Well, that I can't meet you on. Every day is leg day, but no, I do not have the one rep max that Seleziya Sparx can brag about, and I'm not a champion here in Smash Wrestling as a result.
There may be some sort of correlation there.
Might be, but strength advantage aside, Vix Crow is going to have a lot going for you. You see the reach advantage, obviously an experience advantage.
Big hit, little hair there.
Yeah, Seleziya Sparx already having to go to the dirty tactics here. Crow pushes her off with a strike there. Oh, comes up empty though. Sparx going to look to it. Oh, big boot.
And I think Crow's head also ricocheted off the ring post as well.
And now
hip attack.
We'll call it a hip attack, yeah. Not exactly sportsman-like there, but Vix Crow, yeah, she's not going to take that.
Little unorthodox offense by Seleziya Sparx.
And she's going to go to the hip attack as well, attacking the glutes of Seleziya Sparx. Hope it wasn't a leg day this morning.
Yeah, that would only exacerbate things.
The official trying to tell him to get back in the ring. I don't think Vix Crow has any interest in that. The VIP fans here getting a show.
Oh, weird.
That might cost someone a beer.
I was very concerned about that beer.
Vix Crow is all over Seleziya Sparx here. Well, you said it earlier. Smash Wrestling wanted to punish the bad behavior of the co-champs here, and Vix Crow taking that quite literally with this punishment all around the rec room.
Yeah, this is a punishment of sorts. It's not exactly a appropriate one anymore. Parenting methods have changed over the years.
Yeah, this is used in different circumstances a little more often now. We'll leave it at that.
But right now, it seems to be effective for Vix Crow.
They are all over the place at the rec room here.
Yeah, shout out to our crew who's been able to keep up with this action. We still got a camera on all of this action inside the rec room, and they're going all over the rec room.
Yeah, that's a covered pool table, by the way, that Seleziya Sparx just dropped Vix Crow into, and now the attacks to the rear end reverse here.
It's okay, we don't want her to pause it back, it's fine.
Be back here at the rec room, by the way, October 4th. That's a Friday night, 8 p.m. show. Should be a lot of fun.
And we have a big announcement about that show coming up later on tonight, as Crow is still all over Sparx, as they finally made their way ringside at least.
Toward the ring, not in it. I've never seen a match finished with an elaborate multi-spanking, I don't think. Oh, and Sparx, that'll finish a match, head first into the ring post, as Vix Crow gets a little bit more serious here.
Yeah, that ring post will make everything serious real quick.
Now the challenge, to get the larger wrestler Seleziya Sparx back into the ring. You obviously can't win outside the ring.
Oh, right in the glass.
Oh. There is makeup smear there. Seleziya Sparx is going to have to do, it's an elaborate skincare routine, obviously, if you look like that. You're going to have to double dose today, I think, after getting rubbed all along the entire front row of that plexiglass.
They talk about leaving it all out there. There's going to be a lot of Seleziya all over this building at this point.
At least some of the makeup, yeah, and there's a head slam into that plexiglass as well. Vix Crow's blowing kisses to the camera, getting the crowd behind her. She is firmly in control here.
And I think we're giving some liberties here with the counts. The referee is on the outside, is not even bothering to administer a 10 count. Because again, in a lot of ways, I feel like this was set up to be a punishment to Seleziya Sparx.
Well, in addition, you don't want to send the crowd home unhappy. There's some referee discretion there.
Right. You don't want a count out in this situation. You want to let them go.
And here you see Seleziya Sparx turning things around. Vix Crow gets her face rubbed across the glass, and then a big headshot.
Yeah, that was a nasty sounding thud of the cranium into the barricade.
And Seleziya Sparx she's got a beer from a member of the crowd.
How is it possible to have abs and drink beer?
Yeah, as I understand it, this is, I guess it's a cheat day. Vix Crow lined up. Oh, beer to the face.
You don't actually drink the beer, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. It's like, you ever seen Dodgeball, what he does with the pizza?
Right.
Yeah, you don't ingest the calories. Man, that's at least a friendlier and less volume of beer than I received from Seleziya Sparx a few months back. So Vix Crow making out okay. Sparx trying to use the referee as a cover here.
Wait a minute.
Vix Crow with the beer in her face rolls up the official. Seleziya Sparx has got the belt.
Wait, Sparx.
Oh no! Big belt shot from Seleziya Sparx, and now we see why she wanted in the ring. There's the cover. 2, come on. And once again, Seleziya Sparx steals one.
The winner of this contest, Seleziya Sparx.
Well, it turns out she wanted the championship nearby in the corner, not for protection, not to keep it away from anyone else, as an insurance policy. Vix Crow, with the beer in her face, tries to roll up the official. Seleziya Sparx and her one fan able to use that to their advantage and steal another victory.
And here's that title shot right to the face of Vix Crow. That's got it. Oh, man.
She got all of it, and that's why she is still co-Smash Women's Champion.
The following contest is a mixed tag team match, scheduled for one fall.
You heard that, Blake. A mixed tag team match.
Introducing first, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the team of the Vanna Black and Jax Williams.
Mixed tag team action here with potential implications in both the tag team division and the Smash Women's division. Vanna Black and Haley Dillon have both had some signature individual wins lately. Both of these teams, Jax Williams and Vanna Black, and Kevin Blackwood and Haley Dillon, have had some signature wins in not just mixed tag action, but in the case of Blackwood and Dillon, just tag action in general.
Yeah, and important to note in the mixed tag, you're going to have the guys in the ring with the guys and the girls. It doesn't make any difference at all. You make a tag, they are legal competitors regardless of any other factor. It is a tag team match.
And that is something Haley Dillon is very familiar with. In general, she's mixed it up in mixed tag here. She fought Junie Underwood on June 30th here at the Rec Room and came up with a win in that one. And Vanna Black, no stranger to mixing it up with Jax Williams competitors as well. So this should be familiar for both teams.
And their opponents, from Buffalo, New York, the team of Haley Dillon and the aesthetic crippler, Kevin Blackwood.
Yeah, very interesting mix of styles and experiences here in this one. Dustin, Kevin Blackwood, of course, the most experienced of these competitors. Haley Dillon bringing a very striking-oriented approach, one of the hardest strikers in all of wrestling right now. And then Jax Williams and Vanna Black, a little less experienced, but very on the rise over the last calendar year or so, not just in Smash, but around the Canadian wrestling scene.
And speaking of wrestling scenes, I think this is a great illustration of like what the Buffalo product is in Haley Dillon and Kevin Blackwood, both out of Grapplers Anonymous, and the head coach there, of course, former Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champion, Pepper Parks, the Blade, if you will, and a great illustration on the other side, the Vanna Black training out of Hamilton, Ontario. So there's a bit of a rivalry there of what that Hamilton crew versus that Buffalo crew.
And we're going to get right to the mixed action. Kevin Blackwood and Vanna Black are going to start it out here. Kevin Blackwood asking Jax Williams, why aren't you in here? But Vanna Black's smile on her face, she wants the smoke here.
Yeah, this is an interesting strategy.
But hey, look, Vanna Black has, there you see some of the strength advantage that Kevin Blackwood's going to have in that tete-a-tete.
I feel like it's not it's not a bad idea. There has to be an idea here somewhere. Like, there's a reason why Black and Williams came up with this strategy, but it's not working out, I suppose.
Yeah, and we're getting pretty quickly here into Blackwood tagging Haley Dillon in. She's going to go to work on that arm. And I think the biggest thing you'll see is Blackwood and Dillon have, even though Jax Williams and Vanna Black are very close, and there's a quick cover there. Vanna Black, obviously the representative for Jax Williams in addition to her wrestling career. Well, there we go, a little Mahastral Cradle. That's a 2 count. Vanna Black might need a regroup here, try to find her way to Jax Williams.
Oh, an ankle lock.
If Haley Dillon can, yeah, that's the thing. You got to reverse the weight there. Make sure that Vanna Black can't get those foot strikes in. And here we go. We'll get Jax Williams and Kevin Blackwood now. And if you don't know the difference, Kevin Blackwood is the one with hair like a cheetah.
Right. And Jax Williams, the bigger of the two competitors by far. But don't take anything away from Kevin Blackwood. He's got the speed on his side.
And a tremendous striker. There you see a big sit-out running lariat.
And, yeah,
nasty chop.
There's some of these strikes here by Blackwood.
And that'll be the game plan. Jax Williams is going to try to use the power advantage. There, Blackwood gets a foot up. Haley Dillon with the blind tag.
I don't know if Williams knows that Dillon's legal.
Ooh, nice little roll into a knee pick there. And Blackwood with the stomp to the back. Dillon with the cover. Just a 1 count.
Okay, Dillon's going to want to get out of there now.
This is the thing. Of all the possible iterations in this match, this is the one where the size and strength disadvantage is most notable. Right. But again, Haley Dillon's mixed it up with male competitors plenty in both mixed tag and singles, and she strikes well beyond her size from a power perspective. There you see she gets a foot up and takes an extra shot at the Vanna Black. Uh-oh. Oh, no! And that's a nasty backbreaker. And look at that. The Vanna Black getting to the corner to make sure Kevin Blackwood's not there as a tag. And a little tandem offense.
Yeah, a little double team maneuver there. And this is what I meant by, yeah, Dillon needs to get out of there. I feel like you're right. She normally is used to competing against men, but Jax is a big dude.
Yeah, Jax is a big dude by standards in any division, right? And this is where, you know, these two here, while Haley Dillon and Kevin Blackwood probably have more experience as a team outright, Vanna Black and Jax Williams train together. She represents him as an individual competitor. They travel together. They've been wrestling together a ton. They are very much on the same page strategically. Even little things like this. Yep. Jax Williams taking the time with the referee because he knows what that allows Vanna Black to do in the corner behind the official's back.
And that's half the battle sometimes when you're in a tag match. Hold on.
There's a cover off that suplex, just a 2 though.
Sometimes it's the team that best bends the rules ends up being victorious in a tag team match. And
there are few people in Smash Wrestling as smart and opportunistic as Vanna Black. We've seen it when she's operating as Jax Williams' representative, you know, we'll just say it, interfering on his behalf or distracting on his behalf. She's gotten into it with Brent Banks in matches. She got into it with Jody Threat in a 4-way a couple months ago that led to Vanna Black taking on Jody Threat in a one-on-one match, and she took her to the limit in that one in a pretty good showing. Oh.
Yeah, this is not ideal for Blackwood and Dillon.
Jax Williams catching the foot out of the corner. Oh, no! Just running Haley Dillon in the corner, and now those shoulder thrusts. Haley Dillon in a bad way here. In addition to taking the wind out of her and hurting those ribs, all of those kicks, all of those strikes that Haley Dillon likes to unleash and is so effective with, you don't have as much of a base if your core is hurting you like that, if you don't have your wind to you. So
you don't have much of a base when you're laying on the mat.
Nope.
And that's the situation she finds herself in right now.
Yeah, she's crawling for a cover, but she may as well be miles away from Kevin Blackwood with Jax Williams standing over top of her.
And that's key tag team wrestling, is keeping your body in between your opponents. Don't let them tag in and out, as a tag now made from Jax to Black.
Some nasty boots to the midsection, and again here, the team strategy. These two are very smart and very on the same page. Clearly trying to work that part of Haley Dillon over, and now just mocking her, holding her arm out toward Kevin Blackwood.
Almost had a cover there. It only takes 3 seconds, Blake.
It does. They can come out of nowhere, and even when you're in control like this, hey, never hurts to just try to get one ended early. Don't give them a chance to tilt it back. And now again, back to the work on that midsection.
And Jax Williams applying a little extra leverage there.
And this is where Kevin Blackwood is experienced enough to, you know, he knows what they're trying to do there. You can't get baited into taking the officials' attention away.
But it's also hard to stand there idly by and let it happen.
Yeah, so watch your opponent get reamed on like this.
Oh, Blackwood going to take a different path to the action there.
Yeah, just kicking Jax Williams arm away. Hey, forget the tag rope. I'm just going to get in and save Haley Dillon. But there's the tag, and Jax Williams going to cut this off with a boot.
I thought maybe that was the opening there for Dillon to make a tag, but Williams able to make a tag sooner and, yeah, stop the forward progress of Dillon.
Jax Williams in control here, as he has been pretty often. So if you go back to January before he had paired up with Vanna Black, he was still kind of looking to find his way, had that key loss to Johnny DeLuca, and then Vanna Black comes along, takes him in as a client, and since then it's been a newer, more aggressive Jax Williams and a much more successful one. But Haley Dillon baits him into a German there.
And I don't care how big you are, if you get dropped on your head like that, you're going down in a ton of bricks.
And credit to Haley Dillon for gutting through that. Obviously, the core an issue here with how they worked her over, but having the wherewithal to whip Jax Williams into the ropes like that, get the momentum back in her favor to unleash that German.
Yeah, speaking of momentum, just using the momentum of Williams against him.
Yeah.
Popping those hips and off he goes. Tag made.
There you go, and now she's finally able to get to the corner. Blackwood comes out, kicks the strike away, gets Williams in the corner too. He's going to try to deal with both of them at once. Oh no, Vanna Black reverses the Irish whip there, but her and Jax Williams end up paying for it. Blackwood on fire right now. Breaking Buster to Vanna Black and the cover. Just gets a shoulder up. And you know Jax Williams is in a bad way off of those strikes in the corner and getting Vanna Black dumped on him. Because nowhere near being able to break up that pin, Vanna Black had to get her shoulder up her own.
Yeah, you never know how he would have taken that. Like, he might have got hit right in the jaw. He's a little woozy right now. But someone who's getting a little woozy right now is Vanna Black.
Yeah, Jax Williams is going to have to get his bearings about him because Vanna Black needs a tag in the worst way after those kicks. Blackwood looking for a double stomp. Black's able to avoid it.
Just right to his eyes.
Yeah, big gouge there. That's going to be... Thought it was enough for her to get the tag. Haley Dillon making a blind tag instead. Whoa!
Wow.
Vanna Black dumps Kevin Blackwood to the outside. Big clothesline, but Dillon had tagged in. And now you're going to see that striking acumen. Big spinning forearm.
Missed the back fist, though.
Vanna Black looking for a stunner, perhaps. We've seen her win matches with that in the past, but oh! Big single leg suplex from Haley Dillon. It only gets a 2, but again, you see the power.
Yeah, just absolute raw strength there by Dillon.
Fireman's carry over into a 2 count. And Dillon staying right on top of her, going back to that ankle lock. And this time, she's got Black on her stomach without that base to be able to kick out.
Yeah, if you aren't able to get to your stomach, you need to roll through or get to the ropes.
Kick out, of course, I mean kicking away. You don't kick out of a submission.
We understand.
Yeah, just making sure.
Yeah.
Vanna Black able to crawl there, get the tag. Jax Williams, oh! Big shoulder attack to Haley Dillon there.
Oh, we tried this earlier.
Yeah, he has won some matches with that big power bomb. Dillon able to float over there, and Blackwood's in here. Couple of, psyched him out. Went for a third leg kick. He prepped for it, ate one in the head and said, now Haley Dillon attacking the knee.
They are zeroing in on that leg.
And now she's looking for the ankle lock on Jax.
But Blackwood's going to the top rope.
Vanna Black going to make sure that can't happen, though. She cuts him off. Now she's going to help out Jax Williams here. Yeah, Jax needed an assist in a big way there, locked in that ankle lock. Oh!
Just blows out the lungs of Blackwood.
Yeah, the 3-step maneuver there. Hey, I'm going to catch Kevin Blackwood up top. I'm going to chop him down to the second rope, and then the lungbow, and gets back to her corner quickly for a tag and a stunner. There's a cover. 2. Oh, just a shoulder up.
Man, Vanna Black, incredible. Look at the replay here.
And let's see that again. Big lung blower from Vanna Black. A little bit of lungs, a little bit of chin on that one as well. Kevin Blackwood just ate it, and Haley Dillon ate a stunner right after. Very nearly ended this one.
But don't count out Haley Dillon. If she has a breath in those lungs, she will keep fighting.
If she has a breath in those lungs, she's going to throw a nasty forearm. That is the first instinct. That is the second instinct. And it has Vanna Black reeling right now. But a big boot to the gut. Back to the midsection.
Oh, tag made. Here comes Blackwood, though.
And another guy you don't want to get in a forearm exchange with. Jax Williams going to try to cut it off. He eats 1-2 though. Forearms for everybody here. And now Dylan's going to deliver him to Jax Williams while Vanna Black turns it around on Blackwood.
Oh, look out.
Oh, spinning back fist from Haley Dillon. And a big pump kick from Jax. And another from Blackwood. Vanna Black ducks that.
Uh-oh.
Looking for that lung blower again. Blackwood pushes her off though.
Oh, it's not working like it worked before though.
Looking for a stunner. Blackwood able to counter, but Vanna Black floats over. There it is, a stunner. She finally gets to it, and Blackwood is, well, he's stunned.
He sure is.
Double stomp.
And she is stomped.
Blackwood able to pull that thing out of nowhere. Sizes her up in the corner. She gets the knees up though. Jax with the blind tag. Rolls into that lung blower again. Oh, big clothesline
brother.
From Jax Williams. And he's got Kevin Blackwood here looking for that power bomb. Boom! That is a big power bomb, and that could be it. 3. Huge victory for Jax Williams and the Vanna Black.
The winners of this contest, the team of the Vanna Black and Jax Williams.
I hate to say it, but there you saw some jaw-dropping, athletic excellence from Jax Williams and Vanna Black. That is a big win that should have them. They were already on the radar, but firmly on the radar. If Sinner and Saint can retain their Smash Tag Team Champions tonight, again at Super Showdown, you have to think Jax and Vanna maybe playing their way into the picture.
You take a look at Jax Williams and you can say this guy has all the tools. And I think Vanna Black is the person who's going to put those tools to use and create a star that we can see in our future in Jax Williams.
Certainly seems that way over their 7 months or so together. On the rise, Jax Williams and Vanna Black.
Introducing first, from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 170 pounds, he is the most hated wrestler of the year. He is the Callous Freestyle Champion. He is the Joe Pesci of pro wrestling. Big Papa Carter Mason.
And with how many nicknames and titles Carter Mason has added to his ledger, we're out of time for the show. That's it, Dustin.
Honestly,
that's about all we got.
He's earned just about all of them, though, if you think about it.
He sure has, and he's also earned a spot in the main event of Super Showdown 9 on August 18th, beating Tarik a few weeks back in London, turning that title match into a triple threat match. We'll talk all about it during the course of this one because we get the rematch here.
Opponent from Calgary, Alberta, weighing in at 205 pounds, Mr. Punch Kick Shot, Tarik.
And these two are fired up for this one. They have been jawing at each other since the second Tarik's head came out of the curtain there. Tarik very upset still at the way Carter Mason beat him a few weeks back in London. Carter Mason throwing a fan in Tarik's way and sliding back into the ring to beat the 10 count, winning by countout, and Dustin again turning that main event. Tarik won the Northern. He was supposed to get Psycho Mike on August 18th, one-on-one main event of the biggest show of the year, and because of Carter Mason's trickery, it's now a triple threat.
Not just that, but Tarik feels that he shouldn't even have to win the Northern. Tarik is a former Smash Wrestling champion. He hasn't had a one-on-one match with Psycho Mike.
He never got a one-on-one rematch for his own title when he lost it to Kevin Bennett.
So there is a reasonable complaint for Tarik to say, look, I haven't had my fair shot at this. I've had to go through the Northern to finally get my fair share at a World Championship match, and now Carter Mason's in a triple threat.
And that's why Tarik came back and he laid everyone out. There was a 4-way match for the title. Tarik says, nah, I'm taking all of you out. I'm putting you on notice that the title is mine again. And just like you said, he didn't think he needed to win the Northern. And then he was like, okay, you know what? I'll go and I'll win the Northern anyway. He gets that main event. But I hate to admit this, Carter Mason has a case as well. He didn't get to participate in the Northern because of an injury he suffered the week prior in a great match against Mustafa Ali. He won a title shot, and he got multiple cracks at the title that ended by non-pinfall, non-submission, outside interference and things like that. Man, it's tough to admit, but Carter Mason has a point too.
Carter Mason has very animatedly and vehemently suggested to Sebastian Slav, I deserve a Smash Wrestling Championship match as well, and he would list off all of the wrestlers that Smash Wrestling kept putting in front of him that he kept putting down. And I think there's a large portion of this audience that also believes that Carter Mason rightfully deserved a one-on-one championship match as well. So you can't satisfy everybody. So I think that's why we're in the position we're in right now.
Yeah, there's a big chunk of the fan base that would also say Carter Mason deserves every one of those chops Tarik's laying into him with. There are head scissors, and Mason rolls to the outside. Here you'll see, by the way, as much as people will dislike some of what Carter Mason says and does, he is a very, very smart wrestler, taking a quick breather here the second things start to tilt against him.
Yeah, there's no timeouts in wrestling, but sometimes you can create your own in these situations where you roll to the outside and try to get a breather. But, that's one way to take your breath right out of you.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that aren't the usual way that Carter Mason manages to pull off, like taking a timeout. Like this spot that we normally see on the top rope, but Tarik using an empty seat in that front row to lay into Carter Mason. You don't often see Canadians from New York, but that's this used to be the king in the north, and now he's Mr. New York in Carter Mason. A lot that doesn't go to script with Carter Mason, and he's hoping that that's true at Super Showdown as well.
Well, in the wise words of Danny Orlando, things change. Carter Mason says he's moved to New York. I think in my head that's mainly because he wants free flights back and forth now, and Smash Wrestling has to pay for those. I could be wrong, but guys relocate and they ingratiate themselves into that culture.
Yeah, I think good chunks of Carter Mason's chest just relocated into like the third row from that series of chops from Tarik.
Yeah, it's take a nipple home here tonight at the Rec Room.
Sometimes when wrestlers have nicknames or taglines, it's just part of the show. Sometimes, in the case of Tarik, when they say he has the hardest chop in all of Canadian wrestling, the proof is there. The proof is in Carter Mason's chest starting to turn purple. The proof is in that sound being heard out in the arcade portion of the arena here as well.
And the proof is also within a Smash Wrestling ring. We saw Tarik and Volter go at it chop for chop. So he ain't no joke with those.
Carter Mason, they're catching the foot, though, and ramming it into the ring post.
Yeah, that ring post is no joke either. You get your ankle wrapped around that thing. That's a rough way to spend a Saturday afternoon.
This is one way to turn Mr. Punch Kick Chop into just Mr. Punch Chop. He's not going to have much use of that left ankle at that rate.
It's a great strategy for Carter Mason, as you see now, wrapping the legs around the ring post.
And yeah, there you go, a little figure four action.
Yeah, shades of Bret Hart just trying to destroy that ankle of Tarik in the knee, just ripping it all apart.
Can't win the match that way, but you can do a lot of damage that'll help you win it later. And a lot of trash talk from Carter Mason. Now just rubbing the shoe right in the face there.
And also, we've mentioned it, but keep in mind, these two will be in the ring again, staring at each other in just a couple weeks.
And that introduces a number of different ideas here, right? Yes, there's an element of momentum. There's an element of getting to scout your opponent in the ring. These two just faced off a couple weeks ago, so they'll be very familiar. There's also an element of, you see Carter Mason here going after the left leg. Do you really think, Dustin, if he was able to get disqualified or loses this match, but he's done enough damage to Tarik's left knee, Do you think he'd care? He's headed into a title match. That match is way more important. Obviously, this win is big, but doing damage to Tarik is probably a bigger goal here.
I think it should be the goal of both these guys in this ring. Like, yes, absolutely, you will earn more money tonight by winning this match, but you will win significantly more money by being the Smash Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. So if you are able to damage one of your two opponents tonight, and I also would like to think Psycho Mike ain't exactly walking out of a match against Timothy Thatcher, right? One doesn't just do that.
Yeah, the Psycho Mike's in for it a little later tonight as well. That one will be hard-hitting and very physical. Maybe it won't be as specific to a body part as Carter Mason's looking here with the knee of Tarik, but Timothy Thatcher is going to pelt Psycho Mike with some chops just like these. Oh, brother.
Not only taking the wind out of him, but knocking him off his feet.
And Carter Mason's laying back into him with some pretty good chops of his own, and big-time Irish whip there.
Carter Mason's not going to back down from him.
And this is what underlies everything over the last 2 years. But yes, Carter Mason looking for a cover here. Just the 2 count, though. Everything over the last 2 years, Carter Mason, yes, he's some say turned his back on the fans. In his estimation, the fans turned his back on him. The attitude has changed. The approach has changed. He has feuded with Smash Wrestling front office about opportunities and things like that. He's complained a lot. He has also won. He's probably had a more successful 2-year stretch here than anyone other than Smash Wrestling champion Psycho Mike. He backs everything up, and that's why he keeps getting these opportunities, and you can't overlook them. A couple of big clotheslines there from Tarik.
Yeah, but you see Tarik favoring his knee every single time he delivers a shot like that.
Yeah, be able to put a little less power into it, right? Like that's as a right-handed striker.
Wait a minute.
Has to roll through that one and a drop kick right to the knee.
You know, Tarik likes to use that knee drop off the second rope. I wasn't sure that was a great idea considering the state of his knee right now.
And Carter Mason's going to hook that leg and try to test his ability to kick out with it. Only a 2 count there. But again, the smarts that Carter Mason wrestles with, the angles he tries to take. It's why you do gotta hand it to him, unfortunately, in a lot of these cases. And back to work here, looking for a figure 4.
And again, just doing more damage to that knee.
And we've seen Carter Mason over the last couple months introduce a little bit more submission wrestling to his game. I wonder how much of that, Dustin, is he's been targeting Psycho Mike for months. He thinks he should be Smash Wrestling champion. There's a big size disparity in a match like that. I don't know, could he hit that Rikers Island Sunset Flip powerbomb on a Psycho Mike? Interesting to see him layer in more submission game lately.
And anytime you're in the ring with someone bigger than you, hold on, Tarik reverses the pressure. And
Carter Mason needs a rope.
Yeah, he needs to break. He needs to get out of this. And just wrenching at the left or the right leg there of Carter Mason.
He's able to get there to break it up.
But yeah, anytime you're in the ring with a bigger opponent, it's always a great idea to break down the vertical base, take down their legs. You can't move, you can't walk, you can't wrestle.
And here you see Tarik right at, he did reverse the pressure on that one. He did get a breather, but right back to holding the left knee, adjusting that left knee pad. He's a right-handed striker, so that's your plant foot forward. And Carter Mason able to catch him there in a corner. Try to drag him out, going back to look for a submission.
This
elevated Boston Crab here.
Yeah, the Boston Crab will destroy your lower back, but it will also wrench on your knee and your ankle and your shin at the same time. It is a tough move to get out of. As Tarik tries to get to the ropes, he does.
Diving for that one. Tarik just hanging on here in this submission game. Smart strategy from Carter Mason ever since he caught him on that ring post earlier in the match. Carter Mason's just rolled him outside.
And Tarik just went face first into the floor.
I don't even know if Carter Mason broke the hold the whole way out. He has wrenched this on and let the front row crowd know about it.
And I guess if you're inside the ring and there's a rope break, you have a 5 count to break. If you're on the outside floor, you have a 10 count to break that hold.
Well, it's interesting too now because we saw Carter Mason defeat Tarik in London a couple weeks ago via countout. We know Carter Mason's okay. A W's a W. Like your point earlier, the winner's purse is the winner's purse. He is not going to be shy about winning the match this way if that's what it takes.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that he can't do that in the title match on August 18th. You can't win via countout, but here, absolutely you can.
Yeah, you want momentum going into a championship match, and a win is a win. But you're right, by the time we get to August 18th at Super Showdown, triple threat match, effectively no disqualification. There's no countout. The only way to win is a pinfall and a submission.
Looked like maybe we were going to get a count out there, but Tarik able to dive back in at the very last second. Carter Mason got him sized up though, looking for a super kick. Tarik catches it. Woo! Carter Mason gets the back elbow up there in the corner attack from Tarik. They've got each other sized up here. Tarik with a big jumping back elbow. Look at disaster kick from Tarik, but right back to holding that left knee. It's going to cost him a second here to cover. 2. Oh, Mason just gets the shoulder up.
Yeah, you called it. It was that split-second hesitation there to check to make sure his knee wasn't dislocated before he was able to go in for a cover.
And that might have been the difference. Crowd trying to get behind Tarik here, fire him up. Tarik again, he's playing with that knee, adjusting the knee pad. Carter Mason, some damage done in this one. Even now, you see Tarik go up to the second rope, mostly with the weight on one foot.
Yeah.
Not well balanced there. And Carter Mason able to cut him off. Little hesitation on the part of Tarik, maybe costs him here. Oh, big kick from Mason. Way up top.
Wait a minute.
Well, this is a Tarik special.
It absolutely is. The back
Stunner. Now that's disrespect. There's the cover. Beat him with his own move. Oh, just 2. And a super kick from Mason.
This has got to do it.
Oh, nearly a 3 there on Tarik. Dustin, you saw that one coming a few seconds away before I did. Using Tarik's own signature backpack stunner against him. What do you think of that?
That's just adding insult to injury. It's getting into the head of not just his opponent for tonight, but his opponent 2 weeks from now. And what a statement that would have been if he was able to beat Tarik. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Connor, small package. Carter Mason just gets the shoulder up.
Oh man, that was a knee.
Tarik in desperation mode looking for that one, and now he's right back to Dream Street.
Oh man, I think Mason should have gone for a cover there. I think that knee really clipped Tarik.
He wants to do more damage there. See Carter Mason hold up, almost hits the official in the corner. Oh no! Tarik misses on Carter Mason, catches the official instead, and Carter Mason has that Catalyst Freestyle Championship. He comes up empty though, Tarik with a stiff jab. My goodness. Tarik looking for that disaster kick again. Oh. Carter Mason ducks and he gets him with the title. But there's no official.
Currently there isn't.
It's the cover. You can count all day.
We got another official make his way to the ring.
Oh, Tarik just gets the shoulder up. The second official not quite down in time. Carter Mason using that first official taking a spill to the outside to his advantage. That freestyle championship to the head of Tarik. And he's going back to it.
Yeah, wait a minute. You can't do this in front of the official. Excuse me, referee. They are referees.
Oh, Carter Mason looking for a low blow there, but Tarik catches it. Again with the referee's back turn. Oh, nasty chop. Carter Mason gets the feet up on that corner attack though, but Tarik rolls into a top rope kick to the head, the height on that one.
I'm surprised he got up there with his knee.
And now limps into a backpack stunner of his own. Got all of that one, but he's not done. He wants a little more Carter Mason. Up to the second rope is Tarik.
Oh no, 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 no.
There's the knee.
And speaking of the knee, I don't know how he did that.
There it is. A 3 count. Tarik gutting it out through that left knee.
The winner of this contest, Tarik.
Tarik gets the victory against Carter Mason. Absolutely a momentum factor headed into the triple threat title match at Super Showdown on August 18th. But as Tarik limps away, possibly more damage done.
And we get a second look of this, of the knee off the second rope, connecting to the back of the neck of Carter Mason.
And it's enough to get the job done. It's the right knee that strikes him, but it's that left knee that lands. And like I said, Tarik gets the win, he gets the momentum here, but you wonder if he comes out worse for the wear, given the damage Carter Mason was able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not winning, but who suffered more damage in that match?
Clearly, even with an effort by Carter Mason, it still wasn't enough to get the job done. You know, I've been in Smash Wrestling off and on for, oh my goodness, man. I'm starting to hate myself. I see some of these new guys out there. It's absolutely insane that I'm considered old. But in all fairness, brother, I'm just begun, man. So Carter Mason, I'd say a little exhibition match, bro. We get it, you're a good wrestler, you're a cheap wrestler. Clearly, we obviously know that. But you were in the three-way at Super Showdown August 18th. And I'm gonna be real with you, man. This is something that has escaped me before pandemic, hell after. But I'm back in Smash Wrestling for one reason, man. It's becoming two-time Smash Wrestling champion. And it will happen, man. Punch, kick, chop, done.
Obviously incredibly confident is Tarik, saying he's going to become the first ever two-time Smash Wrestling champion. But Blake, he's limping out of the ring right now.
This is the thing, there is a toll that's going to come with that one. But if anyone can fight through it and take down Psycho Mike, it's probably Tarik.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. It is your co-main event of the evening and is for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers. Fresh off the dance floor, the hot stepper, McCray Martin, the big boy, Junior Bonito. They are Fresh Air.
They are fresh air, they are talented, and boy are they fun. One of the most exciting tag teams on the scene. I've been looking forward to this one for a while, Dustin. Fresh Air against the Smash Tag Champs, Sinner and Saint.
A complete change of style when you look at what Sinner and Saint is and what Fresh Air is. Fresh Air are two guys who love to have fun, absolutely, but they are very deceivingly large men who will dance all around that ring, but they'll dance on your face as well.
And their opponents from Vancouver, British Columbia, representing the Lions Gate Dojo, the team of Travis Williams and Judas Icarus. They are the reigning and defending Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Sinner and Saint.
S's stay up. Sinner and Saint, those S's have been up for quite a while now. 202 days as the Smash Tag Champs. Dustin, what a fun matchup this is.
You know, I said it not on commentary, not necessarily even recorded anywhere, but shortly after our last event here at the Rec Room concluded, I said, I don't know how much longer stuff like this can happen. When we saw Sinner and Saint take on Motor City Machine Guns, who knows where Motor City Machine Guns will pop up after August the 18th when they're going to be in one of the co-main events against the Super Smash Brothers. But Sinner and Saint, these are some of the busiest wrestlers I've seen in quite some time. To still be the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, to still be here defending those tag titles, even though they're on national television every week working for TNA Wrestling.
Yeah, hey, you got signed to TNA Wrestling. We're just going to put, I don't know, Motor City Machine Guns, Fresh Air, TDT,
yes,
all in your way over the course of 6 or 7 weeks here. What a summer these guys have had. What a run they're on right now. Again, 202 days. We'll see if it ends today against Fresh Air.
And similarly to our last match with Carter Mason and Tarik, and we're saying these guys have something to look forward to on the 18th of August. Sinner and Saint, know that August the 18th is, for their legacy, the biggest match in their Smash Wrestling career.
Well, TDT, Tabanaki team, say, hey, we never lost those titles. You've been keeping them warm for us. And it's true. They never lost the title. They had to relinquish them due to injury. Sinner and Saint told me a little earlier, keeping them warm. These are the hottest the titles have ever been.
Right. Yeah, they're warm already. And look, if Fresh Air wins this match, that whole story, that whole thread of keeping the titles warm for them, that claim of them saying it's hottest as ever been goes out the window, because all of a sudden you're no longer a Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champion. So what I'm saying is, obviously a huge match coming up on August the 18th, Super Showdown. You gotta get there, absolutely.
And to get there, they'll have to get through Junior Benito and McCrae Martin here. Junior Benito, the smaller of the gentlemen with the gold hair, McCrae Martin on the outside of the ring here. Very fun team. And these two teams have never met 2-on-2, but they know each other very well. They've traveled together. They've been on the same cards. They are friendly. Something tells me they're going to make just as good of rivals as they do pals.
I think they'll be a lot less friendly by the end of tonight, especially when Travis Williams tries to tear your chest off.
Yeah, Travis Williams with some nasty work there to get this one going. Travis Williams and Judas Icarus, such an interesting combination. Wow, talk about interesting. Junior right there getting the feet up in the ropes and a blind tag to McCrae.
And here's the biggest man in this match, McCrae Martin, showing off his strength.
And this is something,
He slapped him in the ass is what he did.
Yeah, a little inverted Falcon Arrow with the butt slap there, only a 1 count. But this is something that Fresh Air does incredibly well. McCrae Martin has the strength, and we've seen tag teams before, you know, the Thunder and Lightning, the strength and the speed, but they leverage McCrae Martin's strength so much to get Junior Benito in speed positions for tandem offense. You saw that move there. The finish that they like to go for, the air freshener, will have, it's kind of like an electric chair cutter. They've got all sorts of tandem offense, as do Travis Williams and Judas Icarus, as you see there. Up. Oh, using the ropes for some leverage and then a double drop kick. The tag champ's in control.
Absolutely in control. And McCrae Martin, I think he's checking to make sure all his teeth are still there.
Oh, big chop in the corner. But hey, here's that strength advantage. Yeah, swing it around, chop him right back.
Yeah, use your size. You got it, man.
Judas Icarus, the size disadvantage in this one-on-one here, but he is very strong and very willing to engage in. Here we see McCrae Martin's dancing background. A little headstand, a little boogie, and a little pounce.
Oh, man. Yeah, being at the size disadvantage is nothing new to Judas Icarus, but sometimes a little too much to overcome.
You see a quick tag from Benito as well. Oh, and a little taunt to Travis Williams in the corner there, and right back to the tandem offense. A little sit-out arm drag with the splits, and now they're dancing. They're dancing, look at that. Woo! There's a cover, just a 2 count.
It's not flying, it's following with style.
And this is interesting. The crowd here at the Rec Room pretty into Fresh Air. Sinner and Saint started off here not the most beloved team, but when you're the Smash Tag Champs, when you've had the reign they've had, the Smash crowd generally pretty behind Sinner and Saint. Might be a little split here.
Honestly, at the end of the day, this crowd just loves great wrestlers and they're great talents. And when they see Fresh Air, who maybe haven't been here a whole lot, I think the last time they were here was in Fight Night in London, Ontario, so it's been quite a while since Fresh Air has been in Smash Wrestling Ring, but nevertheless, when this crowd sees great talent, they recognize it.
They do, and they're seeing a lot of it in this match. You've just seen a lot of it in the tag division in general lately, and here you see, again, Williams and Icarus just as capable of the tandem offense as Fresh Air, maybe a little more oriented toward cutting off the ring, keeping a guy in the corner and things like that, cutting off the ring, keeping McCrae Martin out of this. Yeah, there's a cover, just 2 there.
Yeah, a bit more textbook offense, we'll say, of Sinner and Saint. Although at the same time, they'll also throw something at you you've never seen before in your life.
Yeah, very quick offense, and yeah, you see the sort of innovation when it comes to the striking game like that. Hey, octopus stretch into a drop kick, into a little seatbelt cover there, and then right back to the armbar. And this is, you mentioned it when you introduced them, that Lionsgate Dojo they are not going to take a breath. They're not going to let any kick out go without the arm being wrenched. They will take every little window of opportunity.
Yeah, they are the type of wrestler who just continually stays on you. Even just when you think you have a moment to yourself or you caused some sort of separation, you didn't.
Even something like this, oh, my arm's wrenched. Maybe I could reach for the ropes. No, you reach for the ropes, you're going to start getting your finger and wrist wrenched on as well.
There is no impendage that is not in the sight of Travis Williams that he's looking to break.
And the big boy is grounded here in Junior Benito.
Got a crossface on him now.
Yeah. Gets a foot on the ropes, though. Travis Williams going to use the almost all of the 5 count there to make sure he can wrench on that as much as possible. And I like the strategy. I like the strategy in general, cutting off the ring. But if you are Williams and Icarus, keeping the largest man in this match out of here in McCray Martin, probably a good strategy. They can match speed with Junior Benito for the most part. They can do some striking, but here you go. Here's where you're going to see McCray Martin's size come in. Oh,
good
big
Lord.
Clotheslines all over the ring. The hot stepper with a step-up knee. And a full away slam and the kip up.
I don't think I've ever seen someone do a fall-out slam and then kip up right after it.
I don't know if I've ever seen a dude this size dance like him either, but here we are. And he catches Icarus off the top rope, spin him around. This is a little cherry poppin' daddy with the swing dancing into the black hole slam. There's a cover, 2, just 2 on Icarus.
Doing a black hole slam like that is going to mess up your equilibrium. It's going to make you dizzy before they get driven into the canvas.
Yeah, I'd never had the thought before, what if Abyss were on the dance floor? But I guess that's what it would look like.
Terrifying is what it would look like.
It would be terrifying for a lot of reasons. But there you see Travis Williams from the outside, pulls the rope down, McCray Martin to the outside. Sinner and
look
Saint,
out!
wow! Sinner and Saint caught early that McCray Martin had changed sides of the ring, and they changed that assisted suicide dive on the fly. That is incredible.
Great at thinking on their feet is Sinner and Saint. They're always ready.
Well, now they're looking for it. Thought maybe they were looking for the ode to the fallen there, but that's a big guy to be able to do that against. And a little matrix out of the way and a strike. There's a cover. McCray Martin, very impressive.
Tag made by Benito.
Benito, oh, springboard off the top with a chop right to the top of the bald head of Travis Williams.
Using that kung fu right there.
Now we see a little bit more of this tandem offense. Oh, assisted zigzag. There's a cover. Shoulder just up for Travis Williams. And they flipped the script on me a little bit there. I was talking earlier about how they used McCray Martin's strength to get Benito flying around. They did the opposite there. Benito, the big boy.
It's incredibly hard to prepare for fresh air. They have so many different ways to hurt you.
Here we go. Now you see it. Looking for that air freshener maybe. Oh, McCray Martin into Junior Benito there. Travis Williams has them both in the corner. Comes up empty. Double kick. And McCray Martin's going to go up top. Oh, Icarus saves his partner. And a ricochet lariat from Icarus. Tries to catch Benito off at the top, but Benito with a big kick. Icarus right back to it. He dives at the middle rope to cut him off. And now Williams is going to pounce.
Very innovative counter there by Icarus.
Benito able to get out of it. Uh-oh. Assisted German suplex up in the clouds. Oh, McCray Martin just saves him.
Wow. What do you think of the tag team division in Smash Wrestling?
And McCray Martin just by a hair, just by a beat, if we're keeping it on the dance front, saving his partner there in a big, vicious chop. I think somewhere in there, Junior Benito, they've been working the arm. It looks like it's really bothering him as this one goes on. Travis Williams with a big assisted back elbow. There's a kick. Takes him down. Just relentless from Sinner and Saint.
Unbelievable offense here by Sinner and Saint.
Benito misses one, gets the other with that enziguri. Icarus looking to bounce off here, looking for that ricochet lariat again, but it's McCray Martin with a spinning kick. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's trouble in paradise right now for Sinner and Saint.
Williams looking for a series of strikes, but McCray Martin tries to matrix out of one, eats one nonetheless. And here you go. Handspring spinning lariat. Looking for the spinning back fist. Benito manages to avoid it.
Uh-oh.
Big blue thunder bomb. Icarus breaks it up with a falling lariat as well. We can't keep up, man.
You gotta take a breath, Blake. Everyone needs to take a breath. Everyone needs a cigarette.
I could use a little fresh air, as it were.
Yeah, sure can, because these guys have been going tooth and nail since the opening bell, throwing everything they have at each other, and thus far has not been enough. The Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championship is on the line, Blake.
And oh, by the way, if you get through this one in 2.5 weeks, you get TDT.
Yeah, that's your prize. The gift at the end of the rainbow here is two mean dudes from Quebec who want their belts back.
All four getting up to their feet here. And they're ready to exchange. Couple forearms from the champs. Couple forearms from the challengers. Sinner and Saint fire back. Fresh Air fire back.
Question is, who has more left in the tank?
And those road trips together seem long ago at this point. Fresh Air getting the better hand. Junior Benito saying, we got him. But no, there's a tandem enziguri from Sinner and Saint, and then a big head strike from Icarus. Heard that one in Quebec, the TDT. McCray saves Benito in the corner there, then he avoids Williams. Spinning forearm to Icarus. Travis Williams gonna go up top, but Benito cuts him off. Innovative kick there from Martin.
Nice cross body.
Oh! Step up from McCray Martin off of his partner into a kick on Icarus.
But also that step up off the back of Benito broke up the cover.
Here we go, looking for the air freshener. They get it. Electric chair cutter. 2, that's it. Oh! Icarus just gets there in time.
I thought for sure that was it. That was the move that Fresh Air has been looking for all night.
Man, the innovation, an electric chair into a cutter, just when you think you've seen every type of cutter. What do they have to do now? McCray Martin, gets hung up in the ropes there, and Icarus with a knee. Big strike to Benito. Oh, and a knee to the back. Oh no, McCray Martin face first off that plexiglass.
That's why I want to stay in the ring as much as you can.
Benito avoids the inverted DDT there, but Sinner and Saint having to avoid each other a lot here. Benito just flinging Sinner off, flinging Saint off, flinging Sinner off of, but there he eats a double team kick.
Yeah, Benito's in a world of trouble here, doing the best he can to stay alive.
And he might be in trouble here. We've seen this one before. Ode! Oh,
nice counter.
Looking for the ode to the fall, and he kicks his way out of it. Oh, step on the fingers there. Oh!
Kick right to the tricep.
And that left arm had been bothering him. Here we go. Oh, to the fallen. Sinner and Saint, is that enough? Icarus fights off Martin. 3. Still champs.
The winner of this contest, and still Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Sinner and Saint.
S's stay up. Judas Icarus and Travis Williams finally able to hit the ode to the fallen, that kind of head kick tandem Angels wings, but man, they barely escape with the win. They barely escape with their titles. Can't imagine that's the last we've seen of Fresh Air.
No, obviously an incredible performance by Fresh Air. You can't take anything away from them right now. Nobody has been able to beat Sinner and Saint.
And we'll see if TDT can end that streak. The 202-day tag team title reign continues on. TDT saying, hey, we had to relinquish them. You never beat us. August 18th at Super Showdown. That's what we got.
Hi. Hi, for you two. I know exactly damn well why they call you the best damn tag team in Ontario, okay? I knew that before, I knew it a lot better now though, so boys, if I could say anything to you, I'd just like to say thank you boys. Hey. And if we didn't have enough to think about, somebody named TDT say we keeping their titles warm for them. I don't believe in that. I never believed in that. We are the Smash Tag Team Champions. Reigning and defending right here in the Rec Room every goddamn month. So TDT, you want the best of us? You gon' get it, right? And what we say? Just like insomnia, ashes stay up!
Here we go. Smash Wrestling Championship on the line. Here comes the champ. It's been almost an entire year, 349 days with Psycho Mike as your Smash Wrestling Champion. Big test for him here in Timothy Thatcher, one of the most well-respected, one of the most well-traveled wrestlers that you'll find, who after his last appearance in Smash Wrestling said, hey, I want Psycho Mike. Title or not, I just want to wrestle this guy. I like him, I respect him. Well, we're going to see it. We're going to see it with the title on the line. We're going to see if Timothy Thatcher can throw a big wrench in the Super Showdown 9 main event on August 18th. Psycho Mike's got Carter Mason and Tarik in just 2 weeks, and he's got to deal with Timothy Thatcher tonight.
Introducing first, in the corner to my right, the challenger from Sacramento, California, weighing in tonight at 217 pounds, Timothy Thatcher! And his opponent in the corner to my left, from Psychoville, weighing in tonight at 235 pounds, he is the reigning and defending Smash Wrestling World Champion, Psycho Mike!
Well, there you heard it from my broadcast colleague tonight, as well as our ring announcer, Dustin Perry. Smash Wrestling Championship on the line, the 349-day reign of Psycho Mike up against Timothy Thatcher, one of the most vicious wrestlers you'll find, one of the hardest hitting, and in a bit of a rarity for Psycho Mike, someone who's about his size. We'll see how Psycho Mike handles that. We'll see how the body slam plays against a guy like Timothy Thatcher. This one should be a blast. You heard it on the way out. This Smash Wrestling crowd at the Rec Room in Toronto, firmly behind their champion, Psycho Mike. Surely a healthy dose of respect for the veteran in Timothy Thatcher, but this is Psycho Mike's house. This is Psycho Mike's crowd, and I don't know what that says about the Smash Wrestling crowd. Dustin, welcome back.
Thank you.
But yeah, these people are behind Psycho Mike no matter what.
Loyalty. I think that's what it is, and I think Psycho Mike has shown loyalty to the Smash Wrestling audience as well. So they are firmly in his, I was going to say employ, but that's probably not the right word.
They're in his camp.
They're firmly on his side. Timothy Thatcher, while I think people love to see Timothy Thatcher, he's a really mean-looking dude.
Yeah, here's the thing. People love to see Timothy Thatcher until he steps between the ropes against them. Timothy Thatcher did a seminar here before this Smash Wrestling show today. And some of the screams that I heard, some of the guttural sounds from some of these young wrestlers trying to learn from Timothy Thatcher, man, there was some stretching, there was some popping. It was nasty, and that's Timothy Thatcher's warm-up. That's an appetizer for him.
And now he gets to use all of those tools against Psycho Mike and perhaps walk out of here the Smash Wrestling World Champion. And look, all night we've been talking about the triple threat coming up on August the 18th for Super Showdown between Carter Mason, Tarik, and Psycho Mike, but there is a strong possibility that Timothy Thatcher will be the Smash Wrestling Champion by the time we get to London.
And then I guess we'd have a four-way match. Psycho Mike would get his rematch in a match like that. I don't know how Sebastian Suave would handle it. And the other thing to watch here is we just saw Tarik against Carter Mason earlier tonight. And Tarik came up with the win, but had that left knee in bad shape by the end of this one. Timothy Thatcher is maybe the number one guy you don't want to face before a big match, let alone that the title's on the line here. This guy will find a weakness, make a weakness if there isn't one there, and he will attack it. So Psycho Mike's got to be careful here.
Of course, and yeah, Tarik is going to go in with a knee injury. Mike needs to get out of this match without an injury himself.
Which, good luck against Timothy Thatcher. Exactly. This is a guy, I once saw him staring at a blank wall, and I asked what he was doing, and he told me he was looking for weaknesses.
Always on the case is Timothy Thatcher, always thinking about a way to hurt his opponents.
And you'll notice there are no knee pads or elbow pads on Timothy Thatcher. That is with that same thing in mind. Why would you put pillows on your weapons? He's going to look to hit hard at every opportunity. Here early on, working over that left arm, that left shoulder of Psycho Mike.
Yeah, we're talking about how Psycho Mike needs to avoid injury here as Psycho Mike tries to stare into your soul, what he likes to do now. But Thatcher, another guy who flew in this morning. You know, like those flights aren't easy.
They aren't. It's also got to be a little, like Timothy Thatcher takes this craft incredibly seriously. And Psycho Mike doesn't not take it seriously. You don't get to be the Smash Wrestling Champion. But what Timothy Thatcher must be thinking here as Psycho Mike keeps trying to reverse holds so that he can maintain eye contact with the hard camera.
Right.
I don't know what's going through Timothy Thatcher's head in a situation like that.
Well, I think the difference here is that Timothy Thatcher is looking to reverse holds to hurt Psycho Mike, where in cases like this, it almost seems like Psycho Mike is trying to reverse to stay in shot of the camera.
And look, a reversal is a reversal, but here you see, oh
man!
The finger snapped off there.
Well, I hope it's still connected, but
yeah, not literally, but
right.
Yeah, quite the snap on that one. And now they'll try to lock up. Psycho Mike, going to get back to, not that he wasn't taking it seriously, but a little woken up maybe from that one.
When you almost get your hand broken, it's time to realize we're in a fight here.
Yeah, in a fight, and I mentioned this while you were still in the ring, Dustin. In a fight with, this is rare for Psycho Mike, someone his size, someone who's going to be able to strike with him, shoulder tackle with him like this. A lot of brute force in this one. All right, yeah. We're going to see a little speed too. Psycho Mike wins the shoulder tackle battle.
Mike showing some nice agility there as well.
And now he's found it. He's found his number one true love. He's got the hard camera, but he does not have Timothy Thatcher ready for a body slam, and I don't know if he knows it. Yes, Mike, he's behind you. Crowd trying to help him out here.
If he doesn't turn around, I think he's okay. Oh, that was the better idea?
We got started on the wrong foot, so this is what we're going to do. And you introduced a chop to Timothy Thatcher?
Yeah, I think Psycho Mike immediately regretted that. Okay. If you don't succeed, try again.
Second time, also not the charm here. And Timothy Thatcher does not look amused.
No, he does not.
Couple European uppercuts for Psycho Mike. Thatcher is just leaning into these now. And Mike might be out on his feet.
Yeah, he's definitely not has his full balance right now.
Yeah, Thatcher doesn't even want to hear it a third time. And Psycho Mike is...
Oh, man, that sounded rough.
Couple of nasty European uppercuts there from Timothy Thatcher as Psycho Mike falling the outside.
Unfortunately, a child in the second row helping him back up.
Yeah, at least someone's helping him back up. He's in a bad way here. Oh, there you go. Nice thrust kick to the midsection. Oh, we've seen this before.
Yeah, using that ring apron as a weapon.
Now, Dustin, I've heard it's the hardest part of the ring.
It certainly is. That's where the steel meets the wood.
Now, I've lost count here. That's also the hardest part of this when it comes to Psycho Mike is he will do this until he's lost count, which is about 3 or 4, and then he'll do it until we've lost count somewhere in the 20s or 30s.
And I guarantee you that Timothy Thatcher is not going to be counting anything anytime soon. He's getting his brain scrambled right now.
Referee counting them out, but I think there's going to be some referee's discretion in this one, given the titles on the line. There it is. A final one. Timothy Thatcher is, Mike was out on his feet earlier. Timothy Thatcher's out on his back. Psycho Mike resetting the referee's count here.
And now firing Thatcher back into the ring, perhaps going for the victory here is Mike.
How about that body slam, Mike? You asked for it earlier. Thatcher turns it right back around again, going back to that left shoulder.
It's hard to apply a body slam without the use of your arms.
Yeah, I'm working through it here. You do need both arms. I think
Sure
Psycho Mike's more of a right-armed body slammer, but you still need, you need both.
You need both,
a guy the size of Timothy Thatcher. Oh.
Unless you're the Big Show, you need both arms for a body slam.
Thatcher, ask him where the body slam is. You don't want to find out, but the way this is going, you might not. Oh, back to work on that wrist and those fingers. Just please don't snap the fingers again. I can't hear that again.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant sound. Can you imagine feeling it?
I can't. And here we see him
wrenching
at the wrist.
Going to the hands again.
And look at the smile on Timothy Thatcher's face.
Yeah, there's not a lot of times you see Thatcher happy. It's only when he's hurting someone.
And Mike in a bad way here.
Just spiking the fingers into the mat.
Thatcher with a cover, 2 count. I don't think even someone who works the wrist and fingers as well as Thatcher, you're probably not getting a 3 count that way, but letting Mike know you're there. Let him know how precarious his title is right now, and a couple of big knees to the midsection there.
Yeah, so much of professional wrestling is in your grip strength and how much you can control your opponent. If your fingers don't work.
I mean, imagine trying to do a collar and elbow tie-up right now if you're Psycho Mike. You're not going to be able to do anything. There, a kick of the ropes, and another smart way to attack that shoulder.
Mike's in a bad way. If you talk about not just the shoulder, the forearm, the hand, the fingers.
There you see a big chop from the healthier arm, rather, and Timothy Thatcher right back with another one of those European uppercuts.
I don't know how much more Psycho Mike's arm can take here. Oh, look at the way he's bending it.
Oh, and now look at pressing on the back of the knee for extra leverage.
Oh, no.
Timothy Thatcher, one of the smartest in the game when it comes to this. And Mike's elbow, in addition to the wrist, is in a bad spot here.
Badly exposed right now. Oh, no!
Oh! And that's where you get your labrum tearing, your shoulder popping out, the AC joint getting all out of alignment there. All sorts of things can happen with that much pressure.
Yeah. Mike's not careful, he's going to need a Tommy John surgery.
Well, that would be elbow specific, and that would, I mean, I think he's a Jays fan to the extent that Psycho Mike cares about sports. He'd fit right in with them.
He certainly would.
He's going to have to try to fight from underneath here with just that right hand, physically underneath. I mean, he is still on a knee here trying to fire back on Thatcher. And yeah, those left-handed shots are not coming in nearly as strong as the rights.
No, if anything, they're more of a decoy, just trying to bring the guard down of Thatcher onto the left side so he can deliver a right.
The exchange, pretty effective. Thatcher had punching his way out of it, but Thatcher's holding those ribs pretty bad here. We saw Thatcher have some rib issues in a match back on, I think, June 30th against Kevin Blackwood. The ribs on that side gave him some trouble.
Oh, look out, Blake.
Well. Oh! Running pump kick from Psycho Mike, not to the ribs, but that'll do it. And a cross body.
Mike going all the way to the outside.
Shoulder attack through the middle there. Flipping over the top. Big lariat from Psycho Mike.
Putting everything he had behind that one, Blake.
Yeah, hey, left arm's not there. Maybe I can get 110% from the right arm on some of these.
And I think Mike is now realizing that 110% was probably going to take to put away Timothy Thatcher and retain his Smash Wrestling World Championship.
For the third time, Mike asking the crowd if they want to see a body slam. No luck so far. Oh, Thatcher with a roll-up.
Whoa.
Mike reverses. Thatcher reverses back. And again. And again. Referee has his work cut out for him here. 2 count after 2 count, 1 count after 1 count. Some nice reversals there, and they clothesline each other.
Both men stay on their feet, though.
What an evenly matched battle this is. The physicality, the striking, some of the counters. These guys have each other's number.
Yeah, it might be time to try something different. The clotheslines aren't working. Or they worked tremendously well.
Mike managing to find the camera there before falling over his last breath there. And now he's going to go for a light cover here. Thatcher able to push him off. But that's how tired these guys are. That might be all they can muster on a cover. Double cover. And if you're wondering what happens in that case, that's what happened between Tarik and Jax Williams in the Northern. And both wrestlers went on to the final. Imagine Sebastian Swab's head if he finds out that he has co-Smash champions along with co-Smash women's champions.
Man, in that situation, if you had a draw here and you had an injured, perhaps Tarik, what does Carter Mason say at that point?
There's a lot on the line here, and a lot with that belly to belly. That could be it. Just 2 for Thatcher. That's the thing, every one of these moves, that's what's on the line. The Smash Championship is on the line. The main event of Super Showdown 9 on August 18th is on the line.
So much on the line here, and we could be right up against a game-changing moment here as Psycho Mike dumps Thatcher all the way to the outside floor. Look, there's no pads out there.
There's nothing. It's just floor. It's not forgiving.
Every time they go to the outside floor, I hear a splat.
Psycho Mike looking for something there, but Timothy Thatcher able to avoid it. Psycho Mike looking for that body slam. Doesn't get all of it, but the second one he does. Thatcher somehow pops back up again. And another body slam from Psycho Mike. 2. Oh!
What? Psycho Mike hit 3 body slams in succession. And Timothy Thatcher is still able to kick out.
And he didn't get all of the first one, but he got most of the second one, and he got all of that third one. I don't know how Timothy Thatcher is still wrestling.
Well, Psycho Mike now says it's time for murder.
Timothy Thatcher trying to reverse his way out, kicking the knee, going with another European uppercut. Psycho Mike having to go to the headbutt route, and our referee took a spill there.
Man, he is having a rough afternoon.
Oh no, Timothy Thatcher goes low on Psycho Mike.
Thatcher down low with the low blow. Cover.
He's looking for the cover, but the referee is still out. Psycho Mike headbutted Timothy Thatcher, and in the stumble, Timothy Thatcher headbutted our referee. So he gets away with the low blow, but not able to capitalize here. Psycho Mike crawling behind Thatcher. Oh, low blow of his own. Turnabout, fair play, Dustin.
And now a ripcord low blow.
Talk about a pain maker in that case. My goodness. Crowd wants another one. Oh, straight jab to the nether regions. And there's a body slam. 2, 3. Psycho Mike retains.
The winner of this contest, and still Smash Wrestling World Champion, Psycho Mike.
This one took everything Psycho Mike had, fighting through a left arm injury. 3 power slams, several low blows. Here you see it.
That was the first body slam.
The second body slam.
That wasn't enough to do it though.
It wasn't. He tried a third body slam after that. That wasn't enough. Had to go the low blow route after Timothy Thatcher caught him with one. And then finally, yes, the ultimate body slam to keep Thatcher down, keep this title reign going 349 days of counting.
Get back in here. Come on. Come on to me. I think we got off on the wrong foot. You punched me in my penis, and then I punched you in your penis, and then I punched you in your penis again, and then I punched you in your penis for a third time, and I think that makes us even.
I don't know about that math.
So I'd like to apologize. There's only one way I'd like to apologize. And that's with a big, juicy hug. Come on, let's go.
Well, this is nice. A show of respect, a show of apology. These guys gave each other everything, and they're gonna hug it out. Thatcher seems like he's never had a hug before. There you go. Psycho Mike and Timothy Thatcher hugging it out after a hard-fought championship battle with lots of low blows. Psycho Mike sending the crowd home happy. Oh no. Oh no. Psycho Mike needs to turn around. It's Carter Mason. Oh! Carter Mason with a belt shot to the champ. And here comes Tarik. Tarik gonna make sure that this triple threat at Super Showdown doesn't have any more asterisks. Tarik chasing Carter Mason off.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think Psycho Mike knew.
I think Psycho Mike thinks Tarik is the one who hit him with the belt. Carter Mason beside us here is having the time of his life laughing at this.
And you know what? Coming up at Super Showdown, it's a triple threat match, and maybe Carter Mason has just made the ultimate chess move here.
Well, if Tarik and Psycho Mike tear each other apart, Carter Mason could pick the bones. Maybe his path to the Smash Wrestling Championship. It's a triple threat. It's at Super Showdown 9, August 18th at the London Music Hall. Psycho Mike, Tarik, Carter Mason, can't miss it.